dream I know deep up my feelings for you.
The former president, Goodluck Jonathan, yesterday said the outcome of the last weekend governorship election in Edo State had shown that technology would not solve Nigeria's electoral challenges. But before we proceed, I would like to welcome you guys to my wonderful channel, Reality That is your home of news and politics. Thank you all so much for coming back to my channel. Once again, we really do appreciate. But if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please do us a favor to like and subscribe and also share. Don't forget to turn the notification bell to get notified whenever we drop our video. To all our amazing subscribers, thank you so much for joining us on today's wonderful news. So my guys, let's dive into the main story. The former president, Goodluck Jonathan, yesterday said the outcome of the last weekend governorship election in Edo State has shown that technology would not solve Nigeria's electoral challenges. Jonathan said the human mindset was key to solution of the electoral problems. But he regretted that many Nigerians had a dirty attitude to politics. The former president canvassed attitudinal change among citizens. He made the remark in Abuja at a program organized by the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution and partners in commemoration of the International Day of Peace. He pointed out that the struggle for power remained the major cause of conflict in Africa. The former national chairman of People Democratic Party, Uche Secondus, warned that 2027 might never come to political reality because the ruling or progressive Congress had murdered and buried the country's democracy. But the national leadership of APC said Giga Africa, one of the agencies that observed the Edo State governorship election, was overreaching its election observer mission. APC said the civil society organization was now second-guessing the Independent National Electoral Commission on the result of the Edo State election. The ruling party's warning came as party member and senator for Edo North, Adams Oshomole, yesterday said the outgoing governor of Edo State, Governor Obaseki, had become politically irrelevant following the defeat of PDP in the September 21st governorship election. Meanwhile, the United States mission in Nigeria called on INEC and other stakeholders in Edo State election to support the process of challenging the results. Speaking at the event, Jonathan said there was little technology could do to make right a fraudulent electoral process, as it could still be manipulated by corrupt human minds. The former president was inducted as fellow of the Institute of the program, and he became the second individual to be so honored after former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, who oversaw the reintegration of Nigeria after the civil war, was given the award last day. Jonathan, the only Nigerian president to hand over to an opposition party after he was defeated at the poll, said there was more tension after the Edo election than before it because due to the feeling that some things were not done rightly. He stated that technology would not solve the problem in Nigeria's electoral process because technologies could be manipulated if the human mind was corrupt. Here in Nigeria, we talk about technology without the human mind ready to do what is right. If we bring the technology, they will manipulate it. That is the truth. So Jonathan said, actually, 10 top countries are in conflict globally. 3 of them are in Sub-Saharan Africa, and quite a number of countries around them, including us, are in one form of conflict or the other. And when you look at what causes conflict in Africa, most cases are struggle for leadership, concentration for power, and that is the main cause of conflict. Sometimes when you go through a society and you can tell all kinds of story, by the time you do proper analysis and dig deep, you will know that most cause of conflict is leadership struggle. That is why he's only worried about our country, Nigeria. The former president who chaired the occasion said the notion that politics was dirty was wrong. He stressed that the players were responsible for the dirty state of politics in Nigeria and Africa in general. He said if they can remember, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president, recently made a statement that politics is not dirty, but the people that played politics always come to play politics with their dirty mind, dirty heart, and dirty character. And that is why people say politics is dirty. And in that case, they must all begin to think differently. They must cultivate the culture of peace. He said Nigerians and Africa in general must start developing a culture of peace, stating that peace should be part of everyday life. Jonathan said, until we get to that level where we develop the culture of peace in this country, we will always have political conflict in our election. And without us strengthening that effort, without us developing the culture of testing a nation peacefully, we will always be in conflict in Africa and in Nigeria. While delivering his lecture, the head of the Department of Peace and Conflict Study at the National Open University of Nigeria, Dr. Samuel Iroye, said all Nigeria needed to play a part in the promotion of the culture of peace in the country. Iroye said peace was not an ideology but a practical experience that could be felt. He called for the engagement of youth in the developmental initiative. Iroye said to achieve peace, there must be a level playing ground for everyone through education, stressing that education curriculum in Nigeria does not promote the culture of peace. So to ensure a culture of peace, we must ensure that we have peace within ourselves. Because if we check no one can give what he or she doesn't have. The Director General of the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, Dr. Joseph Achogo, said peace was an orphan, adding that people like to enjoy it, but they don't want to invest in it. So now, I make secondaries come make one statement, say APC don't bury Nigeria democracy, that 2027 won't come. The ex-PDP chairman was reacting to the outcome of the Edo State governorship election. Sekondo said, every indication shows that the ruling party was on a mission to murder and bury democracy in Nigeria. He said what took place in Edo State last weekend was an electoral fraud exhibited without regard to the rule of law and respect for the voters. Sekondo stated that from the result of all the off-cycle elections conducted in Imo, Kogi and Edo State, the Professor Mahmood Yakubu-led Independent National Electoral Commission is not showing any remorse for the show of shame they conducted in 2023 that threw Nigeria under the bus. And with the shameless boast of the APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje that they will apply their Edo template in other forthcoming off-cycle election in Ondo and Anambra State, it is very obvious that 2027 will not even come, as the ruling party's agenda is to create a one-party state by muzzling the opposition. So now my people, APC don't go warn Yaga Africa to stop overreaching the election observer mission by second-guessing INEC on the result of the last Saturday's governorship election in Edo State. The National Policy Secretary of APC, Felix Moka, in a statement he released yesterday, he said that the people of Edo State were loud and clear in their choice of Senator Monday Owolo as the next governor to lead Edo State into a new era of peace, unity, people-centered development, and prosperity for all. Moka said that alleging that results were manipulated without hard facts and figures was a disservice to the democratic process. Felix Moka said Yaga Africa report is a travesty, a replete with methodological flaws, politicized observation, inconsistencies, inaccuracies, and they called its credibility into question. The ruling party stressed that election observer mission were not election management agency and could not absorb INEC statutory authority as the sole election management body in Nigeria. That's trying to take over INEC role constituted a clear breach of Electoral Act and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Felix maintained that while election observer mission like Yaga Africa were at liberty to share their observation about the election process with INEC and the general public, declaring election result or second-guessing result declared by INEC in performance of its statutory duty fell beyond their observation mandate. So now Felix, they say, make people not listen to Yaga Africa because they are designed to create unnecessary confusion and the appearance of a parallel election processes. Hey. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, your opinions are in our comment section. I would love to hear from you. Once again, thank you all so much for staying to us. On this note, we have come to the end of this segment. Like, comment next. Bye for now.